All right, it is 6 o'clock according to the computer. So I will call this meeting to order. Okay. If you would all like to rise to pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Has everyone had a chance to see and review the minutes? Yes. Did anyone have any questions, comments, complaints? Can I get someone to move the minutes? Okay.
Wilson and
seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Treasurer's report.
You got the financial report, as always, right on the money.
Oh, perfect.
I didn't have any questions. Does anybody else? If none, I will move it.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
Unpaid bills, there's two. One is Central Book Aid Fund, 1656.53. Any questions? Hearing none, I move it.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, unpaid bills, District General Fund is $38,985.33. Any questions? Budget and Finance Committee has looked at this. If not, I will move it.
Okay, all in favor?
Someone
need to
second it?
Oh, shoot, yeah, who wants to second? Okay, Penny has her hand up, so Penny seconding, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I do have one question, it's less about the bills and more just, what is looking for my babies?
That's the genealogy program.
That's what I thought it might be, but I just wanted to be sure. Okay, cool. Anything for correspondence?
Yes, I do got a copy of this as well. This is from Brian Hildreth. He wanted to update us on the current STLS board vacancy for Chemung County. Cindy Emmer, who just resigned her seat, recommended Kim Salisbury as a possible candidate. I believe it's on the agenda to approve her thing. I don't know, Rachel, did you want to read anything out about it? Or?
Why don't you do it since you have it right in front of you?
Okay. She expressed interest in filling this seat. Brian thinks her community involvement, both professionally and personally, make her a great candidate to represent CCLD on the STLS board. He's asking that she attend an upcoming CCLD board meeting to meet with the trustees and for the board to consider her appointment. Yeah, pretty much that's the major stuff from it.
So is she going to
I think for her to start, we should do it tonight, and she's not here, but she used to be head of the Office of the Aging, and she just retired. And so I think she'll be great. And I do think I'll get in touch with her and suggest she do come to our, at the next board meeting or something, and so we can say hi. But of course, Mr. Price came to our last board meeting and then didn't want to do it. So be on the board. So, but hopefully she will continue to.
But this is a different board. This is a STLS board. Yeah. I move that we approve her, or whatever we have to do to approve the appointment.
Well, that's in the next
That's
section.
in the next
We're just
section.
dealing with correspondence.
Oh,
now.
we're just doing correspondence.
Okay.
Next thing I've got is a check of $500 from the Yamasaki Family Trust You may remember the name. She's been donating like $500 a month. So we'll get another thank you letter out to her.
Nice.
500 a month.
The Community Foundation is an administrator of what's called the CUSIC Family Fund. And each year, the Finance Committee adopts a 4% distribution policy based on the 20-quarter rolling average market value for each fund. Based on this policy, CCLD is eligible to receive an unrestricted grant of $3,850 if we want it, which, golly gee, I hope you do.
I move that we accept the money, the grant from the Community Foundation. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's it for correspondence.
Okay, so the president's report, and you moved that we appoint Kim Salisbury.
Right.
All right, can I get a second on that? Phyllis seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All
How do
right,
you spell that last name?
Salisbury.
Oh, that's
It's there.
So some other things to report in the president's report.
I think it's in on my, oh,
Some other things to report in the president's report. This week is the Horseheads Library book sale. It is happening at the Horseheads Fire Department. Today and tomorrow and Saturday. It runs until 7 today, so we're pretty much all gonna miss it. It runs from noon to 7 tomorrow, and then from 9 to noon on Saturday. Saturday is their book and bag sale, but they're cheap enough that you can probably just get a whole bunch of books anyway. So I urge you to check it out and buy a whole bunch of books you don't have room for and finish reading. But support your local libraries. Other thing is we got a notice from STLS that was talking about the open meetings law and the state of emergency. Because of the COVID resurgence, we can go back to the original open meetings emergency ruling so that we can have virtual meetings again with the public viewing and listening access and the recordings for the library board meetings, which means that you guys are officially here. Yay, Bonnie and Crystal. So don't be afraid to vote. So we can continue to have mixed meetings and Zoom meetings depending on what you guys all feel comfortable with. I mean, I think we're gonna have mixed meetings from now henceforth until this ruling goes away. But you can stay or come depending on your own individual needs.
And that letter was from whom?
That's from STLS, Brian Hildreth.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I didn't know that you could change it.
so the open meetings was updated on the 9th to allow us to do the mixed meetings with everybody voting. Any questions about that? Okay, awesome. That's it for me.
Okay. We've been monitoring the COVID-19 situation, as you are well aware by now. Last month, Chris Moss put out their response to the Delta wave. For Tier 1, they're talking about less than 50 new cases per 100,000 population per day with a 7-day rolling average. Our 7-day rolling average as of this morning is 6.14%. Now there's 3 other things that must happen. You have to have at least 30% of hospital beds available, 30% of ICU beds available, and less than 70% vaccination rate. So, or, excuse me, greater than 70% vaccination rate. So supposedly right now, we're in tier 1. I haven't heard anything else, but I will be monitoring the Chemung County website every day, just to be safe.
Have we received any serious pushback to the renewed mask mandate, or has everyone just been like going along with it?
Pretty much everybody's been going along with it. I'm not wearing mine right now, but at least you can hear me. So I am vaccinated.
Me too. We're going to open Saturdays, this coming Saturday?
Yes, the 18th.
Even with the, okay.
Yes. We felt it was, we've always opened the Saturday after, second Saturday after Labor Day. So we figured just keep it normal. The kids are back at school. We're hoping that they'll have an opportunity if they need to come to the library, that they'll be able to come. So business is normal.
So we're gonna have it as normal and just wear a mask, everybody wears a mask?
Yes, yes, just like it is right now. If anything changes, I'll shoot you guys out an email. But as of right now, I've heard nothing other than this, how to respond to the Delta wave. I've heard nothing from Chemung County. Rachel already talked about the open meetings law. Well, I'm sure you'll be glad that you can do it from the comfort of your home. We do have to make it available on Facebook, or excuse me, Facebook or YouTube. And we record them and we put them on YouTube after, but we'll have to have it live when we're doing the meeting in order to meet the requirement for this open meeting law waiver. I'm very pleased to announce that Chemung County is, the Chemung County Steele Memorial Library's Children's Department staff is the recipient of the 2021 STLS Outstanding Promotional Video Award.
Wow. Great.
And what do we get for that?
We get a hearty thank you.
So
Job well
a
done.
handshake and a pat on the back.
Pat on the back. We'll get either a certificate or a plaque. I do want to point out the videos from the Children's Department are on our YouTube page. They're in the video that they're talking about new books that came in. They do videos to let kids know what's new. So, and they've been doing that for a while. I do want to say that's the 5th time CCLD as a whole has received the video award.
Is any other library producing them?
Yeah. They have to be, because when the one year where we were the only ones, I don't think they did it. So they must have brought it back. Teen Summer Reading Club, they had 52 kids participate. They read a total of 30,000 minutes. They held 24 in-team programs with a total attendance of 120. They partnered with the Chemung County Youth Bureau and TC Commons Clubhouse. Compared with last year, 2020, they had 11 teens registered, 13,000 minutes read, and 2 Zoom programs where 2 teens attended. So it was better this year. And obviously, we look forward to next year. We're at the halfway point of the library card sign-up month. We've got 19 replacement cards and 19 new cards. All libraries haven't counted their entry forms yet, but Steele did. They've had 468 entries so far. You get an entry if you update your information, first checkout of materials, and then if you get a new card. Adults are excited by the gift card and the amount of it, and mostly kids are hoping to get the Nintendo Switch. As far as the Appalachian Regional Commission grant, we had training today. Deb and the IT staff will start purchasing items as soon as possible. We're supposed to have them all purchased by the end of the year. There is a little bit of a concern of a backlog with items being available. That's why we want to move on it right away. And then the last thing I want to mention, Construction aid was announced a day or two ago. You may remember we had an estimate for the parking lot for $116,000. We asked for $58,000. We received $87,000. So any overruns will be covered, plus we had enough money in our capital reserve to cover it. And I'll talk about the parking lot and buildings and grounds. That's all I have.
No personnel actions?
I did send them out. Thank you. I don't have my agenda in front of me. Could somebody move to approve the personnel actions?
I move that we approve the personnel.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you.
Ron, are you gonna talk about this later? Maybe Carl's gonna talk about this, but I wondered about the, door leading to where the staff goes in.
Yes.
Are there, do you know when that's gonna be completed?
I do not have a date on that. The person we were dealing with contracted COVID. So, and he's a young guy, so I was kind of surprised. But I don't have a date. I did send an email to Bob Butcher asking him to get me more information.
Then I have one more question. I was told that I couldn't bring in books for the book sale in, well,
That was a friend's decision. She, Paula Gilbert didn't ask me about it. I think it would be okay if they let people come in entry entrance and they can meet them up there with a card. So I'm gonna talk to Paula and see if that's acceptable for her.
okay, I've had a couple of boxes I want to get rid of.
Well, what she said Monday night is that the ramp area there is broken up and she didn't want any volunteers out there who might trip and fall or whatever.
Can you turn that down a bit, please?
Are you talking to us?
No, sorry.
Oh. So if you talk to her, if they, want to greet people out here, that was the issue is that they didn't want anybody to get hurt on the road.
They're here certain days or something?
I think usually, is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is typically the days they're here.
Paul is often here on Monday morning, but I don't know that I've seen anybody this
I've
week.
seen two people I don't know.
Okay.
And Rainer. Rainer's been here.
And I know Paula was, she had some appointments in the morning and Joe was taking some appointments. And I know they have a couple new faces, but I definitely haven't seen them around as much. And I assume it was because of the appointments.
I'm thinking, could I carry a box in myself?
Oh, that's not what they want.
Yeah.
They want to
I
look
think
at
they
it before you
definitely-
drop it off.
Okay.
Okay, anything?
Not so much fun. I don't know. It's very yours.
I think so. Can we just ignore it? Shut up.
All right, so committee reports. You have the minutes for the executive committee. Does anyone have any questions about anything that happened during said executive committee?
I move that we accept the minutes of the,
I don't think we vote on them.
no, we don't?
No, I mean, we vote on the main minutes, but not on the meeting. Okay, if there are no questions, we'll move on to the next meeting, which is budget and finance.
Everything we did, we've already covered. It's the shortest meeting to date.
Does anyone have any questions on that? Okay, on to buildings and grounds.
So Ron, don't put your mask on, because if you're gonna give us an update on the parking lot and what needs to be done still.
All that needs to be done on the parking lot is the striping, which I do not have a date. The last I heard was sometime in October. They have to obviously tear up the sidewalk and tear up the ramp and then put down new concrete. Don't have a date on that, which I said earlier.
So are they doing that entire sidewalk or just that portion of the?
The whole sidewalk. We had a meeting with County Buildings and Grounds, and they were the ones who actually suggested doing it.
But we got extra money from SLS, so that's even better.
You mean the whole sidewalk on the back side or?
Yes.
All of this?
just the
Oh,
backside.
all right.
And they're also going to fix that wall by the substation.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Does anyone have any questions about that, other than the questions you've already asked?
Have there been issues with the ramp having a big hole in it? Because that would be something that,
No, there really wasn't. It's just if you took a card out, it might stick. Staff was kind of used to it. I mean, it was only one side of the ramp, so you could still come down the other side. So it's still usable.
Okay.
any changes to the break room?
No. Break room is status quo.
All right, I think that's all the building and grounds.
Okay, Penny, anything to report for Personnel Committee?
Nothing new.
Okay, Phyllis, election and continuity.
We just had our meeting and we have 3 petitions in. Muriel Friend, Rachel's, and Lee's are in. And so their names will be on the ballot. Jessica and Carl, you will have to go vote and have your people vote or send an absentee list of names and addresses to Sue Cook so that then she'll send out absentee ballots if you want her to.
Sure.
And everything's online to go with our election. Anybody have any questions about anything or additions?
So, Lee, you also can send to Sue Cook a list of people that you want absentee ballots sent to. Just,
Yeah, that's like an option.
yeah, you don't have to do that. It's just one of those things where if you're like, well, I think I can guilt my friends into voting for me, they don't make it really convenient. to do that.
And you can still go in and vote for yourself and have your friends go in at Steel and Horseheads on election day, don't forget. Make sure you do it one way or another.
What are the hours for voting? It's different than general voting.
It starts at noon.
Noon to 7, something like that.
12 to 7, isn't it?
Yeah, that's, I said noon to.
Okay, 12 to 7. Election day. And our next meeting is October 21st, if anyone's interested in coming and joining us. Right, 5:30, small room right before the next meeting.
Okay,
Thanks for that, Martin Green. Martin Green.
Oh. You want to,
Phyllis, can,
yeah.
if you have an absentee ballot, can you just drop it off here at the library anytime, or?
Yes,
have to
but
mail it?
if you send Sue Cook an email and ask for an absentee ballot, she sends you a stamped, self-addressed envelope to send it back.
All right.
But, or you can bring it in if you want, either way.
All right, sounds good.
Okay?
Those people would have to be on our district, that list.
No, they just
Oh,
have to be
okay.
registered voters.
No, they have to be registered voters in
In
your
your
district.
in your district.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it can't just be like any.
That makes it tougher.
We can't vote for you.
We did have 3 people who saw the signs and asked about being board members, which was good. That we do have people interested in the library being on the board. They were not in any of the open districts, and so we explained that and they were happy with that. They didn't want to do anything. Where's my note about Mr. Greene? I am completely unorganized. Okay, Martin Greene was a STLS representative to the STLS board from Chemung County. And he died July 23rd this year. Martin was born in the UK and he got a PhD there as a scientist. And he was recruited to come to the US to work at Westinghouse and in their research labs. And he lived in Horseheads, but he also represented the Chemung County for 10 years on the board of trustees of the STLS. So I think we should acknowledge his service and give our sympathies to his wife and family. Okay? We have to resolve that, or
Could we send his family a card?
Yeah, we could certainly resolve to do that. Do we have funds with which to purchase a card?
How do you think it should be done, Phyllis? Do you know him, or did you?
I met him. I mean, he was a user of our library.
I move that Ron send the family a nice letter thanking for his service and what he did and so forth.
I like that.
Sounds good.
And
I
so
second that
Ron,
motion.
I'll thank him on behalf of the CCLD board.
Yes.
Okay.
Therefore, probably.
All right. Can I get a second?
I second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it.
Okay.
Can I have that, Phyllis?
I didn't put,
We can look up.
Yes.
We can look up the entrance.
Okay, anything else that we need to discuss for the election and continuity committee? Phyllis? Nope, okay.
One
Anything?
thing, may I ask Phyllis, you have talked to Muriel. Did you explain the voting to her other than, in other words, she knows there's 2 places to vote, but I don't know if she knows about the absentee ballot business.
yes, she does. We've been back and forth and,
Okay,
Chris, her son, asked me how we did it and I told him to.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Anything that we need to enter executive session for? Do we have any old business? Do we have any new business?
I just want to say that Big Flats is doing community days this weekend, and Michelle is doing a library float.
Yes, we're doing a float, decorating tomorrow.
That's sexual wedding.
I think so.
Well, usually it's Denise.
Well, Michelle hasn't done it yet. I mean, Glenise did it before.
well,
So,
Glenise passed on the secrets. No, I think she's participating, but, yes, I don't know how many floats there'll be, you know, it's kind of a last minute thing, so we do tend to win.
they told, Tom Rhodes told us what the theme of the float was.
Yes, and
Paw Patrol, maybe?
something that I
I think
don't
it's Paw
understand.
Patrol was the theme of the float.
Yeah, maybe.
My nephew likes that show.
I have one more thing if we're doing still in new business.
Yeah.
I was at stopped at the Horseheads Library, and they have these, does everybody else know this? They have these great big signs that people can put in their yard saying, I am a library card holder.
I was out today and saw one as I was driving
Oh,
around.
did you?
Yes, I did. I have one that I'm going to put back out, but we had them from the
Sylvie
Big
has
Flats Library.
Sylvie has one.
Oh, yes, we still have them out. I took mine up because I had another cause I had to advertise, but I'm putting mine back out. The libraries had them, Phyllis, but I don't know about others other than Big Flats.
I didn't know about it at all. Did Steele do that?
No, but I'll talk to Michelle, see if we can get some more. Might be nice to have them before the election.
They're
Yeah.
I mean, left here or not, she brought some surplus.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any.
Okay, I can check with Emma before we're,
Okay.
like, I thought she brought us back, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
I know she had some left over.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And if we could have them, if members of the board who don't already have them would like to put one up in their yard prior to the election. Anything else that needs to be discussed? Is there a public to express? All right, I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
I
All right, thank you everybody for attending. You guys have a great day.
Get up there.